Hello, hello, and welcome. I would like to welcome you first to the city of Milan in northern Italy. Yes, that's right, in northern Italy now, not Austria. In the last episode, we were able to capture both Lombardy as well as Venetia from the Austrians, and we are now in control of the entire Italian boot. The question is, where will our boot step on next? I do think that it is time to kind of militarily expand our Italian empire. Now, we also in the last episode lost a dear, beloved leader in, I forgot his name, Ferdinando di Bourbon, and we now have his son in charge, who is now Francesco di Bourbon. And, well, he's got some interesting traits. He's got expensive tastes. He has wrathful. He's a traditionalist in every sense of the word, including of how he leads his troops. He's also a bandit, which is seriously hurting his popularity. He is not a popular ruler at all. And, well, we will have to see what that inevitably means to our people. We need to get our bureaucracy under control. I just unlocked a new institution, so it looks like I'm going to need to start building some government administration. Let's see where's the best place to do that. Let's go ahead and build one in Calabria, one in Sicily. Let's do 1, 2 in Tuscany. We'll do 1, 2, 3 in Lombardy. And I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4 in northern Italy as well. Let's go ahead. That's going to seriously be a drain on our economy and our construction, but I'm not actually worried about it. We had the chance in the last episode, and would you look at that? Austria already. We are seeing the effects of taking their only sulfur away from them, which the sulfur mines are needing some transportation. Interesting. Oh, because they had different production methods than we did. I might just go ahead and jump them down to just normal carts. Let's put them up to dynamite as well. Same with coal mines. Dynamite. I do believe, yes. Now, it would maybe be worth it for us to start really looking to industrialize our economy by building more railroads to increase our transportation so that we can make a lot of our mines more efficient. These are things that I may start to look to doing. Now, so far, I've just been looking to get the overall number of peasants down, which is, I think, also a very important thing for us to do, to just be building so that we don't have any more peasants, because our peasants aren't contributing anything to the economy. However, if we take a look down here in Calabria, we are starting to run out of peasants, which, hey, that is good news. In fact, that's fantastic, and I might want to go ahead and start... Yeah, I might want to go ahead and start instituting some of these labor saving. Look at that. I mean, 16,000 less. Of course, they would need transportation, which I'm currently not building enough of. I mean, it's a whole thing. That would start a whole spiral. Let me go ahead and... Oh, I could go ahead and go to steel passenger cars. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I think I'm going to try to do that just about everywhere. Is that in development? Yes. Interesting. The face of the revolution. Policemen chasing rumors of allegedly planned communist uprisings in Venetia have stirred significant fear amongst the area's public. Local skeptics decry the disturbance as terrorism itself. All right. I don't think our leader has quite the same tact, if you will, as his father. He is, after all, wrathful. So, policemen chasing rumors of alleged planned communist uprising. I think he would be very, very strict. He would absolutely try to put them down. So let's go ahead and get... it is going to create some radical pops, but that is what it will be. We have a movement to enact per capita taxation. I mean, yeah, that would be awesome. Does that make anyone mad? 3 interest groups support the law. I don't see anyone. Okay, the landowners don't necessarily like it, but they are pretty neutral towards us anyway. Per capita taxation would be an absolute godsend for us, honestly, so yes, I will do that, and then we will really look to bring Italy into the modern era with just tons and tons of construction. General's misfired cannon, an affair between Nicola and Sigismundo's spouse, has reached our ears. Oh my gosh, misfired cannon. Love the wordplay here, Paradox. Threatening to affect our public image if we don't destitute the general. We still need the general. So let's take a look. Is he very good at all? He's an open... Okay, we just hired him. We cannot trust a man like this. He'll step down. And this guy will get syphilis? Oh no. Well, that kind of sucks. He's an artillery. He's pretty good. Now, we need to talk about France. We have been allied with France for, like, decades. We have helped them defeat revolutionaries time and time again. Our brave Italians have gone and fought and died on French soil trying to save this French Republic. And then, when we need them the most, they decide not only to reject us, but to flat out turn their back on us completely and embargo us. That is absolute heresy. And really can't go unpunished. I almost wonder if we should try to rival France. Anyway, the people of Lazio tell the story of a highwayman who robs from the rich and gives to the poor. The legend is spreading quickly throughout Italy, damaging support for per capita taxation. He's so dashing. I'm going to say hunt the bandit down. 25% of the lower stratus become more radical, or attempt to relieve the poverty. I'm going to say hunt the bandit down. That sounds like what a wrathful leader would do, right? So that's... We'll see what it gives us. I'm really hoping it doesn't give us that third option where we lose 20% enactment chance, and we actually gained enactment chance, so that was perfect. We got the desirable option, but we did get some radicals. Alright, we have plenty of bureaucracy. I think we had an event that gave us shorter bureaucracy for 5 years, and so I think that event timed out. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel some of that construction. We are now just kind of letting our private industry take hold. We will still build things when we need to, but for now, having the private industry just kind of go into overdrive is not terrible, and is probably indeed exactly what we need. Let's take a look at our GDP. It's pretty good. We are the number 6 worldwide. However, in terms of GDP per capita, we are not doing super hot. However, I have lowered taxes in an attempt to remedy that situation. And as I've lowered taxes, the standard of living has gone up. Dissenters break ranks. Now, honestly, I could try to keep the standard of living really far down. That way I have lots of radicals and perhaps get a new form of government. That could be something. To outside observers, the industrialists may appear firmly committed to the idea of per capita taxation, but behind this facade of unity, discord has long festered. Uh-oh. Okay, yeah, we get this event all the time. Splitters loosen the purse strings. We could lose a bunch of money. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and take the setback here. A group of nihilist students has carried out an obscene and outlandish protest. We've already had this one before. I'm obviously going to track down everyone involved. I'm also going to go ahead and build a larger university. Here, go ahead and expand the university up to 10 in Rome, and honestly, I think I'm going to do the same thing, just expand it a little bit in Piedmont. I also think it might be time for us to look south. I kind of between episodes was eyeing Sokoto here. I think it would be interesting to build a Italian army of Africa. All right, we've got some new supporters. Good. Build an Italian army of Africa and maybe protectorate at first. Sokoto. Russia is getting involved in the colonization game. All right, good for you, I guess. Let's take a look at our infamy, because trying to take Sokoto, even as a protectorate. Alright, yeah, we have quite a bit of infamy right now, so I'm going to hold off on that play for at least a little while. I am still looking at potentially trying to do something. I would love Albania. I would love to get a foothold in the Balkans. I would love to break up the Ottoman Empire, especially in the Balkans. I might look actually to do that next. I'm going to pause the game because I do have some events. Black coats, students embracing the aesthetic and attitude of the nihilism. Alright, yeah, I think I've already had this one before too. And I will say that this is a matter for university authorities. And then the Ionian Liberal Revolt arc. With arrested communists beginning to stream into Italian prisons, figures within the government have suggested deporting the non-citizens among them to Ionian Liberal Revolt aboard a chartered cargo ship. I don't really want to move any laborers from Lazio, so no, they will serve out their sentences in Italian prisons, taking up Italian tax dollars. Plus, I can't give these people freedom. Who knows what they'll do with it over there. We are really starting to see movements for lots of different movements. That's good. I'd love to move down to like appointed bureaucrats, for example. Per capita taxation has moved over into the consideration phase. That's good. And I am building university after university. Now, that's doing a couple things for me. It is increasing my technology speed, it is increasing my literacy, but it is also increasing my population's desire for goods. And if I cannot provide them those goods, then they may try to turn to a form of government that can. I will do my best as a wrathful traditionalist to hold on to power, but we will have to see. The Netherlands no longer view us as a rival. I never really viewed you as a rival either, so I'm going to go ahead and unrival the Netherlands. Yes, I don't need that. I already have rivalries with both Spain and Austria. In fact, now that I have my Italian core, I'm going to go ahead and unrival Austria. I don't need them. Nope, I just started a rivalry. Come on, Alright, there we go. I can't tell whether I started a rivalry or not. Anyway, they hate me. That's fine. The upper strata have decided to donate generously to the poor. Many among them even advocate for the per capita taxation law, agreeing that it would be fair means of redistributing wealth. Well, let's go ahead and we could encourage charitable giving. That would increase the standard of living for the lower strata, and it would minimize by 3. So if I was trying to hold on to power, that is what I would do. Although, I think instead what I'm going to do is say leverage the support for per capita taxation. Let's see what we have going on here. Oh, it does look like Great Britain is going to join the fight in, is that what's happening? Ionian Liberal Revolt is now fighting the United Kingdom. Alright, so I don't think they're going to survive that. Sorry, just reading this here. Looking at the emergence of communism, if time runs out, the event, I cannot pronounce that word apparently right now. The rural folk have expressed their concerns about government decisions clearly favoring the interests of the industrialists. I tend to just go ahead and... Yeah, no, I like the industrialists. Let's actually take a look at the politics. Go to the government's, or the overview screen. So it does look like we have lots of rural folk who are contributing to the radicalization of our country. We have quite a few radicals, although that actually does seem to be going down over time at the moment. Most of our population just doesn't care. They are neutral, which, I mean, makes sense. We unfortunately no longer have Napoleon as an exiled agitator. Let's see, who could we bring in? This guy will not start or join a political movement, so there's that. We could bring in... Oh, this guy looks good. He's a radical, but he is a member of the intelligentsia. He is absolutely loved and would help us enact total separation. So I'm actually going to go with that. All right, we now have per capita taxation. That is going to mean that we can once again kickstart our construction industry and just really kind of send it into overdrive. So I'm actually, the first thing I'm going to do is add a couple more construction sectors. I'm going to add them in Venice and also build some coal mines in Venice. It looks like Germany wants an alliance. I will absolutely accept that. Wonderful. here is where things are going to really kick off. Germany, you are a Kaiserreich. Perfect. You are an empire. I am... So I take it... How does Germany feel about... I mean, they seem to really like us. Part of that is they view us as a natural ally. Perfect. I wonder how they feel about, like, the French. So they no longer have an alliance with the French. They do still have a trade agreement with the French. And they are owed obligations from the French Republic. So, alright, looks like soon rubber will be unlocked. We are now going to start really building up. What do I need? That's the question. So I need wood. Alright, wood I can build. Let's go ahead and build 7 logging camps in Venice. Now, Venice does have a lot of turmoil. That'll slowly tick down. Let's go ahead and max out the logging camps in a bunch of different places. I also am going to create an Italian army in the Congo. Where I will build ten infantry, alright, 10 infantry, 5 artillery, and 5 cavalry. I do think it's time we start leveraging our colonies, or our colony, for some manpower. I also think that we're just in a situation where it's time for us to start expanding more in Africa. Although I say that, but it appears that the British are fighting Sokoto. Let's actually take a look at that. They are in a diplomatic play. It has not happened yet. I could potentially offer... Oh, it's actually... Okay, so it seems that they backed down? No. No, they went to war. That's what happened. And... yeah, I unfortunately don't think Sokoto has much of a chance. So that is unfortunate. I was kind of hoping to jump in and grab Sokoto first, but I think the British are going to absolutely steamroll through them. It's still good, I think, to have an army in Africa, and I should probably look to expand the African colony in terms of its industry, or really in terms of the resources that I am robbing from it. However, I'm not super worried about that at the moment. Let's go ahead and just build some logging camps and we have plenty of fabric. What else do we? We need more grain. I can build grain here, that's for sure. I'll build 5 more. What else do we need? We need more wood. We need more tools. Okay. Tooling workshops. I'm going to build 3 more in Calabria. It's been kind of our industrial heartland ever since. Oh, interesting. Some things are happening in Greece. I don't know if I'm going to jump in, but Calabria has been kind of our industrial heartland ever since our days of just when we were just two Sicilies, now we are, of course, the mighty empire of Italy. And I am going to look to expand the industry here some more. I do think we need more. Let's see. Yeah, we need more motor industries. So I think I'm going to go ahead and build 2 more in Calabria. I am starting to run out of peasants here, which is good. When that happens, well, I guess I can go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and look to some of these labor-saving PMs. This is going to mean that we need more transportation. That's fine. I can even build another railroad down here. Sure, why not? Let's look at coal mines. We've already got dynamite. We will look to do the steam donkey eventually. There does seem to be a diplomatic play against the Greek revolt from Egypt. What are they trying to do? The Greek revolt wants to annex Greece. Okay, and Egypt wants to annex the Greek liberal revolt? Is that what's happening? Is Egypt not? Also, how many sides are... How many troops does Egypt have? That's quite a few. Alright, we have actually unlocked socialism, so I guess the question is, what happens now? As our industries have grown more and more crucial to the future of the Italian nation, so too has the working class. Desperate workers' movements have begun to unite under the cause of socialism. A storm approaches, so 5% of the pops in Lazio become more radical. Let's go ahead and go into steel frame buildings. I think steel frame buildings is the play here. Human rights is also being naturally spread to us. A woman affiliated with the aristocrats and the landowners has angrily reported an incident of a group of students refusing to stand aside for her on the side of the road, teasing her as she walked by. Now, we got this event with my man's father here, but this guy is wrathful. How far will this depravity go? Look at maybe some of the diplomatic demands we could do. I would love to conquer state and then perhaps liberate a bunch of the peoples in the Balkans. Specifically, I would like to capture Albania. I feel like that's something that is very Italian. I mean, not really, but... Alright. Enrico of the Industrialist is rapidly gaining popularity among the people. The radical socialist message of equality he espouses is proving especially appealing to the lower classes. And my only option is to say, radical. 10% of the lowest strata become more radical. Interesting. So we have a new journal entry, it seems. The specter haunting the world, the rising prevalence of socialist unrest within Italy has begun to coalesce into a movement that threatens the rule of the upper class. How dare it? Struggle between classes has acquired a sharper edge as Italian workers adopt the methods and principles of the socialist movement. Socialist unrest is expected to progress by plus 1.8 per month. So... if it ever gets to 100%, this will trigger the event, a world to win. I wonder why it's progressing so quickly from radical states, states with lower standard of living. All right. It will time out in 34 months. If time runs out, we get the event Firebreak. The Italian socialist movement will be weakened for the near future. If failed, it triggers the event A World to Win. Communist, anarchist, and vanguardist characters will appear much more frequently in Italy. I mean, I think that's kind of fun. Let's go a little crazy here. I'm going to tax the heck out of my people and create an insane amount of tax revenue, but at the expense of hurting their standard of living. I'm also going to go ahead and let's just see what will happen. It's not necessarily super roleplay of me. I just want to see what will happen. So anyway, we will see what will happen in the next episode. It's been about 30 minutes. I usually try to wrap it up in about half an hour. I've been The Bold, you've been you, and I hope you join me on the next one.